Hello, and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Terry, and this is another edition of Terry's Carnivore Treats. So on my other social media pages, on Instagram most specifically, I share a lot of different variations using my treats, and I don't always make them for over here on YouTube. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to start what I'm calling a Carnivore Flats series, because there's so many things you can make, carnivore things you can make using my flats. So I thought I'd come over here and share with you guys. And the one that we're going to be starting off with today is a sweet flat. I say sweet, there's no added sweeteners in it. I use almond extract and vanilla powder to sweeten it up. And I'm going to show you how to make a carnivore ice cream cone. So without much further ado, let's go get started with the gadgets and ingredients, and we'll get to the ice cream. You scream, we all scream for ice cream cone tasting. So if you're familiar with making my flats, we're going to be using the same base 9 ingredients and then just add some extracts on top, whichever you prefer. So I'm going to be using milk protein powder, butter, eggs, farmer cheese or ricotta cheese works well here, baking soda, baking powder, beef gelatin, glycine, cream of tartar, and then I've got my homemade vanilla extract here, my homemade vanilla powder here, and almond extract. These are the flavor combination that I love to make the sweet flats. And I'll go ahead and link my recipe video for my vanilla powder and vanilla extract in the video description below. Now let's go take a look at those gadgets. The gadgets I'll be using today are my stand mixer, and then I will be using an ice cream scoop. Makes it a lot easier than the fingers. And I'm going to say this every time. If you haven't got a kitchen scale, please get one. I have moved from weighing and measuring my foods and ingredients over to just grams. Also, some 6-inch parchment papers. They come in square shapes. And some stainless steel cooking sheets, baking sheets, and some cooling racks. And last but not least, oh my gosh, this is the best thing. One of my subscribers' clients turned me onto this, y'all. It's a tortilla press. It has changed the game of making carnivore flats, like record time. I will go ahead and list all of these things, the links to these things in the video description below. And I believe it's time to get baking, y'all. Be sure to mix well in between each egg addition. Feel free to add other extracts and or spices here to change things up to suit your preference. If you are unable to find milk protein powder in your area, you can make your own by using 80% casein protein powder and 20% whey protein powder. I find that 35 grams is the perfect size for a sweet flat. This was my first time using the tortilla press. It took 3 tries. I wanted to make sure that the dough reached almost the edges of the parchment paper. It was a bit awkward at first, but I soon found my groove and I thought it was a lot of fun. I reused that top sheet for the entire batch. It worked out perfectly and there was little waste. When fresh from the oven, let them cool for a minute while still on the baking sheet. Then place them on the racks to allow them to cool fully. Store in an airtight container in the fridge up to a week, and then for longer storage, I would place in the freezer. Now let's learn how to make the ice cream cones. The gadgets that you will need to make the cones are an air fryer and these cone molds. I think they come in a set of 12 or something like that. They're stainless steel. I've kind of stretched this one out to make my cone a little bit wider, hold a bigger scoop. So I'll go ahead and link these in the video description below. Let's go get ice cream cone in. From storage, I let my flats come to room temperature, and then they need about 10 seconds in the microwave to make them very moldable and malleable. They go from being a little bit stiff, as you see there, to very, very bendy. This allows them to be moldable. While it's still warm from being in the microwave, simply roll it around the mold. It doesn't have to be perfect or snug fitting. It will cook up nice and firm in the air fryer. There they are, nice and golden, crispy brown. You'll notice how dark brown the milk powders cook up. That's how you know they're cooked all the way through, and they'll be nice and crunchy. They're nice and sturdy, and they don't really get crumbly or mushy when you have ice cream on top either. But there is that issue with the hole on the bottom. But I've got a remedy for that. In fact, 2. The first one is my Carnivore crumbles. It makes the perfect bottom of a cone. Plus, just think of how yummy it'll taste when you get to the end mixed with the ice cream. Just add a little spoonful and it'll stop those annoying ice cream drips. And my second suggestion would be butter. If you put a pat of butter down at the bottom, and then ice cream will freeze it, make it cold, and that will also stop any dripping. These store very nicely in an airtight container for a few days, so you can make them ahead of time. Time to enjoy my Carnivore ice cream cone. So far, no drips, and it's not getting soggy.
And ooh, the best bite for last.